Hello, and welcome to the about 5th time I've recorded this. I hope I can actually make this work this time. So, this is our game world, and at the moment this is just a standard sort of sandbox. We just kind of wanted to simulate the various systems. We're at the point where we're building out the various game engine components, like civilians that run away and get afraid of stuff, different weapon effects, area damage. And there's quite a lot of complex stuff, like trees and stuff. You could set them on fire, then you could shoot them and they explode. You can do damage in lots of different ways, and things can also damage other things. So if something catches on fire, it can then set a bigger fire, which is kind of cool. So that's what we're doing here. So this is programmer art. This is not representative of the final game, but it still looks okay enough that it's not completely awful. Let's give you a demonstration of what the game consists of then. So here is what the game basically plays like. Go full screen for you. Full screen. There we are. And what it is a top-down ISO. You click and your guy goes places, and there's various things you can do, like slow down time. There's a camera movement on it, so you've got a little drone basically, and the drone sees what's going on. And when you go through stuff, it's got this sort of X-ray, so you can see stuff like fans, so you can see through buildings, and your view's not obscured, basically. There's various weapon systems, like the classic machine guns. You can just shoot stuff. This guy's really annoying. He's been programmed to follow me as I'm building AIs, but he's just always getting in my way. So there's also some slightly more vicious weapons, like flamethrowers, rocket launchers. See is quite a nice effect, really. Right here. In slow motion, you see it's got a distortion shockwave. All the bits come out, and it's just complete mayhem. You've got other weapons, like for example, a railgun that is also a sniper railgun. So what you do here is we hop onto this guy, go slow motion. See what it does is it sort of cinematically explodes stuff. Maybe this guy's going to be a better example. These guys are getting in the way and blocking my shot, so let's go recharge and try that again. It actually explodes the stuff at the back first, so it sort of progressively moves forwards with a tiny little delay. But a real railgun will obviously just go through everything at once, but that kind of cinematically gives you this sort of Hollywood railgun effect where everything explodes down the street, one item after another. The other nice thing about it, what we have is we have a integrated rain system. So what you have is you have rain that sort of accumulates, and it uses a depth mask. Basically uses a depth mask on the texture to drive it. So what happens is on your world, the lower spots fill first with rain, and then the higher spots fill later. And you can actually look down into it, you'll see there's little rain splashes inside the puddles. And we're going to use this quite cinematically in the game, along with sound and music. So the type of thing you have is a big sort of showdown at the end of the level, where you're fighting some zealots in a big sort of gothic church. Graves are exploding. There's all this ridiculous music, thunder and lightning, that sort of thing. So very sort of dramatic. Everything's destructible at the moment except for the dudes and the buildings. So the buildings, we're going to use the chaos system in Unreal, which will allow the buildings like the fascias to crumble, pillars to be exposed. I mean, the idea with this game is that you can commit massive mayhem. Civilians are running around screaming, buildings are collapsing. You can level the entire map, and there's stuff that's way more powerful weapons than this, like actual satellite rain, where it rains down tungsten rods and just destroys like this massive area of the map. That's what we're basically aiming for. A lot of the sort of original mayhem of Syndicate Wars, where you literally just the ultimate bad sort of corporation enforcer dudes or zealots, and you can basically have no moral compass. You can destroy everything. People are running around on fire. It's just mayhem, and that's what I kind of love in games. Is games where you basically get to play a bad character. I don't want to be a goody two-shoes on a quest to save a princess. I just want to be a bad guy with no consequences. Yeah, hope you enjoyed watching. Cheers.